It's here from Simcade Gaming. This is a first for me. I have a racing rig. You guys have probably heard me talk about this in my VR content. But today I'm playing a 2D game called Gravel. So this is the first time that I've ever streamed like sitting in a chair without a headset on and using all that, the microphones and stuff that are built into that. So bear with me if you have a technical difficulty. Anyways, for all my viewers who like racing games, this is the new one from Milestone, which isn't necessarily, has not necessarily been a good thing. Most of Milestone's games have been kind of craptastic. They used to have the licensing for WRC, they lost that. Then they did recently Sebastian Loeb Racing. That had potential but looked very dated and had some issues that we won't get into. And then they've also had their dirt bike series that seems to be getting better and better. With the third one out, all of a sudden they're using the Unreal Engine. The graphics have taken a massive jump in quality. So I've heard this game, hence the reason I bought it. It's been a really big step up for Milestone in quality, sounds, physics, pretty much a little bit of everything. This is definitely an arcade racer though, not a sim racer, not even close. You'll see kind of, there's a lot of different racing disciplines. This is very much a Forza Horizon type of game, I guess, in the fact that although it's even less Simcade and leaning way more towards the arcade side of things, but these are the courses that I have access to right now. So let's just see what we see. We're gonna go do an off-road track. I've only played the opening run on this whole thing, so that looks a little boring. What is Namibia? Alright, that's what they're calling it. This looks more interesting. It looks like a point-to-point, so let's bang that off. What kind of car options do we have? I have a feeling I have access to... I have access to another one. I've heard they had decent licensed cars. Nice little selection, I'm sure, and there's supposed to be quite a bit of DLC as they support this. So I'm very interested to see what comes along. I am going to probably go, just for reliability's sake. I saw an old Subaru in there. Oh, I might go with you. That's exactly what I'm going to go with. I love this car. Not a big Subaru fan, but oh, reach level 22. Well, fine. Can I even drive that one Subaru that I saw? I think I can. I think I saw people driving it. Well, there's a DLC showing up right there already. Alright, well, you know, we're not going to go drive that because I don't have access to it. So, let's go with... let's go with this guy. This is kind of the car they started with. So we get some livery options, rather. Alright, let's get into it. So in the opening that I played, graphics are... they're definitely not Forza graphics. They're definitely better than Milestone's previous games. It's not ugly. It's definitely arcadey, but the... oddly enough, the steering support seems to be pretty good. It's actually locked at a 458 rotation, I believe, which works all right for the off-road and the rally stuff. But I didn't see the ability to adjust it, even though it had an adjust bar, but was blanked out.
There are those who enjoy peace and quiet on
But
holiday,
feedback seems good. There's feedback and
not
adjustments. There's
Welcome
vibration
to Namibia,
adjustments.
Off-road fans.
I was able to
Here in
go,
one of
if
the
I wanted
wildest
to,
places
with a
on
7-speed
Earth,
gate
Gravel
shifter.
Channel
I was
has
able
set
to
up
go
shop for the off-road
with
master.
sequential if I
We
wanted
hope
to as
you're
well.
pumped
It also
because the
recognized my
next race
second
is
shifter for
about
the
to start.
handbrake. Again, I'm going to do a rundown of my rig one of these days on my friend's channel, All Tech Together. He does tech rundowns, and then we'll probably post that to both channels for you guys. So anyways, enough of me yabbering. The sound effects right off the hop are drastically improved. Oh, that was not the button I wanted. this one. So these are you see chase cameras, which I don't like. Cockpit, not bad, sitting a little far back. This would probably have been the dash cam. It would probably have been the camera of choice, except for the exhaust. So let's go with this. This is what I like to do. I definitely like to go with my kind of first-person view because I'm driving a wheel. I don't want to see the outside of the car from a chase cam. It's very disorienting. Actually feels surprisingly really awesome. I mean, for an arcade game, this is going to be, I think, a ton of fun. Hopefully there's some support for this online. Oh. Wow, look at you, Milestone. Water effects on the windshield and everything. Milestone's a pretty small studio, so that's always kind of been, I guess, an excuse in the past. But their games have always been forgotten pretty quickly. Oh, and that's what I'm talking about. I'm dropping the mic. I am going to, next time I'm streaming my rig, actually put on the full headset. Sounds are decent? I mean, when I don't feel like sending it up off-road in Project Cars 2 Rally or Dirt Rally, or for that matter, even WRC 7, which is also taking a huge jump in quality this year, I could see myself coming on here for a rip. Could see some friends that, you know, don't exactly have sim experience having a lot of fun on this game. I've got all the assists off, just so you know. That's how I like to race, to kind of make it, I guess, as sim as possible. Sebastian Loeb actually had really good physics. It was the one thing that game had going for it. It came out at the same time as Dirt Rally, so it was destined to get its ass kicked. But it had its issues. The physics were not one of them, actually. In some ways, their asphalt physics were actually better than that of things. But like, the way that feels in the wheel, not bad. Not bad.
Even though today's live broadcast has come to an end.
So this has a pretty extensive career. It has all these different stages of careers that are like cups. Right now I'm in the free mode, because I don't really want to be held back with that, but you can see you're earning points even when you're free racing, so you get those levels, unlock stuff. It's definitely designed to be in weekly challenges. You can see that there, so that's going to be fun for just keeping the content coming for those who care. Let's try something totally different. You know what, we're going to do that. Let's do that. Memorial Coliseum. Well, you know we got to go with a trophy truck if we're going to do this. Not the most detailed car models, but I do like the fact that they have some vehicle information when you're looking through them. I mean, for PlayStation 4, we didn't have access to the Forza series. So, I mean, I have an Xbox, and so I've played the Forza Horizon series. The Horizon series specifically. And while this is an open world, when you're in a race, it feels like when you're in a race in Horizon.
All the enthusiasm of
although
a
not as
packed-out
polished.
stadium. I couldn't imagine anything more exciting if I tried.
You can tell they're going for kind of a TV kind of this presentation, and when you open up the game, you'll see there's a lot of live action video with drivers, and well, it sure feels a lot different. Oh, holy crap, yeah, on the wheel too. Then that car did, so that's a good thing. Actually, I really was disappointed with the trophy truck implementation in Dirt 4. In fact, I was disappointed with that game in almost every aspect, but this is not bad. The terrain actually looks pretty decent. You can see the wetness as you're driving around there. A lot of this terrain looks like it was coming from the dirt bike series that they rock, with the third one there with the new Unreal Engine. So this is a pretty small course. Would have definitely preferred something that I could have really opened up. So that was shit-tastic as far as my racing goes, but
if you didn't faint watching
short and
this
sweet.
race, you're used to.
Let's get into street race. You'll see, when I see street race, I mean more asphalt. It's track-based still. All right, what do we got here? Looks like most of this is locked out. So let's try this. What can we... That Alpine was locked out, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Well, let's go with... No, let's not. Let's go with a Mini. I just can't do it. Not super impressed with the cars that they're... let's go with an old Porsche. Not impressed with the cars that they give you right off the hop, but I mean, isn't that kind of the whole point? They give you the crap in the beginning so you'll want to keep playing. I'm going to turn the music off. I actually don't like music in driving games because I like to hear the engine and what the car is doing. More important in Sims, but even when I'm playing arcade games like this, if the engine sounds are decent, which they actually are in this, I'd like to crank it up. I have butt kickers sitting in my seat that are coming off an amp that is splitting off my subwoofers. So all the low end's going into the seat. So the dirt, the jumps, the engine vibrations, I pick all that up in the seat. And so I like to crank up the sounds without the music. Otherwise I get pumping bass in the back of my seat. Wow, that actually looks better, paint job-wise. See what asphalt feels like. Wow, that feels really good. This is actually a ton of fun. I really having a hard time feeling I can drive properly. I've got this controller sitting on my lap that's powering the headset. That's why I'm going to go with a Bluetooth headset next time. So this is definitely more of a rallycross thing. But it actually feels pretty good. The AI seems to be not totally stupid. I've got the difficulty cranked up a little bit, but it's not at its max. Hope I'm not making stupid racing faces. I'm not normally the one on camera. I've normally got a VR headset jammed in my face. I do look forward to being able to grab like a nice all-wheel drive car and really throw them around the corners and see how this thing works. They've actually done a really nice job of blending kind of a Simcade physics. I definitely feel like, you know, I'm not playing Need for Speed. I'm definitely wary of that back end coming out. Throttle control, what happens when I get on the brake, I can feel it sliding. I feel that back end slide. I can feel it in the wheel. Decent. This is going to make for some fun multiplayer stuff.
If you didn't faint watching this race, you're...
If I stream this game again, which I may or may not do, I'll definitely rock my headset because then I can throw on the shifters and see how that works. It did have an option for H pattern with clutch, so let's do one more before we shut this down. You know what we'll do is we're going to go into the campaign, which they're calling Offroad Masters. So you can see this is how they're doing it. This is how they're categorizing. You can see across the top there. Alright, so I guess you can kind of pick how you go about this. This is going to look a lot like Forza. So this is the only car that I've got, so this is what it's going to be. On the Canadian store, this was $63, so it's definitely a budget title, and to me, that's a great price. So you're looking at probably $50 in the US, and for you guys in like the UK and Australia, I know there's some Aussies that watch my channel. I just don't know your pricing well enough to throw something out there.
We had promised you a spectacle, and we
But
always keep our
at
promises
that price,
here at
if you're
Travel
looking
Channel.
for a racing
It's all
game that's a
combined
little
in our
more
favorite formula, extreme.
casual,
There are even more drivers.
and you're looking for some dirt, Milestone might be able to get themselves a franchise going here. This thing overcome their reputation from the past. Yeah, thanks. I know, break. This will be my first race of the season, so I guess I'm thinking like a dummy. Definitely getting the Horizon vibe going on here now. See, I could feel that ass kick out, and it was pulling the wheel. It's doing what it's supposed to do. I'm actually surprised, not surprised, that the physics on the wheel are decent because, like I said, Sebastian Loeb had it. So if they could take what they learned there and implement it to any degree, which is actually feels like a refined version of that, to be honest with you. Like I said, you sim guys, you're still going to drive this. Like if you want a pure sim, this is not it. But you're going to be, I think, pleasantly surprised with this game as being a fun little diversion. Like for you PlayStation users, like this is definitely feeling a little more lively and a little more to the Sims side than Drive Club, which I actually wasn't a massive fan of. Still kind of afraid to punch it, that back end. Decent. Decent. Some jumps getting here. That slide going, you can sure feel it.
Not
Going,
bad
how
for the first
unprofessional.
race, huh? And to think
How
that this was just the
unprofessional.
start. What awaits you this season will
I mainly
leave
went with
you
the
breathless.
corded headset because I wanted to see how loud I was actually talking. When I've got my full headset on, I have no concept of how loud I am, and it's late here. My wife's actually sleeping. Anyways, guys,
With the first race,
That's
the
gravel.
first show points of the season will be earned.
it's fun.
The rules are
Fun.
simple.
I'm gonna play more
the
of
more
it.
spectacular
So,
the maneuvers, the more show
Thanks
points you earn.
for checking in.
Riders who want to
Hit
reach
that
the
like
final
button if you'd
have
like
to
to
earn
see.
quite
Hit
a few.
subscribe if you want to see more. For those of you who are just tuning in and not used to me doing 2D gaming, I do mostly VR content. That's kind of my jam, but I definitely play everything. So hit that subscribe button, and you'll get heads ups when I'm playing other stuff. Next week we're gonna do some live streaming of Rainbow Six. They've got the new zombie horde mode coming, so check that out as well. Anyways, guys, that's it for me tonight, and thanks a lot for tuning in. I'm Chris with Shughead Gaming.